Finley. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope, there's a better way. It does not have to be this boring. Host, I was so tired of boring HVAC videos. You know the ones. They're either way too complicated or they put you right to sleep. So I had this crazy idea. What if I used AI to make one with talking fish? The result was surprisingly effective. Let me show you what happened. Let's be real for a second. Maintaining your home's heating and cooling system feels like one of those should-do adulting tasks that's super easy to push to the bottom of the list, right? It's intimidating, it's easy to forget, and honestly, it's just plain boring. You're worried you'll break something, or you'll waste a whole Saturday wrestling with a machine you don't understand, only to make things worse. And the fear is real. The fear of a massive repair bill, or the whole system dying in the middle of a brutal heat wave. I figured there had to be a more engaging way to learn this stuff. Something better than a technical manual that could double as a doorstop. So I thought, what if the teachers weren't just monotone experts, but fish? I fed all the critical HVAC maintenance info into an AI, gave it a little creative push, and it generated this. An educational video starring a cast of aquatic characters. My goal was to see if making it fun would actually make it easier to remember. And what happened was it created a genuinely simple, hilarious, and memorable guide. Today, I'm going to walk you through that guide. We're going to learn from the fish together. First, let's meet the cast. Our lead is Finley, that cheerful but slightly panicked clownfish you just met. He's going to handle the basics. Then there's Octo, a wise old purple octopus who knows everything about pipes and flow. And finally, we have Shelly, a gruff but helpful crab who's an expert on outdoor units. But before we let them teach us anything, they all have one critical rule. And this is the part of the video that is 0% a joke. I'll let Octo, with his commanding presence, deliver the message. Octo. Greetings, land dwellers. I am Octo. Before you touch any part of your great metal beast, you must perform the sacred ritual of turning off the power. This is not a suggestion. It is a command. Your system has two shutoffs. First, find the thermostat inside your home and turn the system completely off. Simple enough. But the real master switch is outside, near your condenser unit. It's a metal box, and inside you'll find a switch to flip or a handle to pull. Do this now. No power means no risk of electrical shock. Do not proceed until the power is off. I have 8 arms to count your mistakes, and this is not one you want me to count. Host. He's not kidding. Seriously, this is the most critical step. Go to your breaker panel and flip the switch for your AC or furnace to off. Then, go to the outdoor disconnect box and shut it off there too. It's a non-negotiable safety measure that every single professional emphasizes for a reason. Once you've done that, and only once you've done that, we can get to the actual maintenance. Our first task is the easiest, and, you could argue, one of the most important: changing the air filter. A clogged filter makes your system work way harder, drives up energy bills, and spits dust back into your air. For this lesson, I'll hand it over to Finley. Finley. Hi, it's me. Finley. Okay, think of the filter as the gills of your home's breathing system. If the gills get clogged with gunk, the whole system can't breathe, and then everything gets harder, and it gets expensive. Oh no, you have to change it. Host. He gets a little worked up, but his analogy is perfect. A clogged filter is literally suffocating your HVAC system. Finding it is the first step. It's usually in a slot right next to your indoor furnace or air handler, or sometimes behind a large return air grill in a wall or ceiling. Once you find it, just slide the old one out. Now take a second And look at it. See all that dust and grime? Yeah, that's what you've been breathing. It's also what's been choking your system. Before you toss it, look for the size printed on the cardboard frame. It'll say something like 16 by 25 by 1. That's the size you need. When you have your new filter, you'll see an arrow on the side. This is really important. That arrow shows the direction of the airflow. You need to make sure the arrow on your new filter points in the same direction as the old one, which is toward the furnace or air handler, not away from it. Slide the new, clean filter into the slot, close it up, and you're done. Experts recommend doing this every 1 to 3 months, depending on if you have pets or live in a dusty area. It's a 5-minute job that saves you money and gives you cleaner air. Finley is right to be so excited about it. All right, for our next task, we're heading outside. Your outdoor unit, the condenser, is the workhorse that dumps all the heat from inside your home. But because it lives outside, it gets disgusting. Covered in leaves, dirt, grass clippings, you name it. This is where our resident tough guy, Shelly the crab, comes in. Shelly, look at this mess. Disgusting. You think this thing can work right when it's covered in junk? It's like trying to run with a winter coat on in July. It's gonna overheat. Your job is to clean it, but don't get rough. These fins are delicate. Host. Shelly's right on both counts. Those metal fins around the unit are super fragile and can bend easily, so be careful. Remember, the power is off at the breaker and the disconnect switch, so we're safe to work. First, just use your hands to clear out any big stuff like leaves and twigs that have collected around the unit. You might have to unscrew and lift off the top grill to get inside and clear out the gunk at the bottom. Next, you'll give it a wash. But like Shelly warned, don't be aggressive. You are not using a pressure washer. A regular garden hose with a spray nozzle is all you need. The key is to spray the fins from the inside out. This pushes all the trapped dirt outwards instead of cramming it deeper into the unit. Just work your way around the unit, gently spraying the coils until you see the water run clear. For really stubborn grime, you can buy a special coil cleaner at a hardware store. You spray it on, let it foam up and do its thing for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then gently rinse it away. Once it's clean, you can grab a fin comb, a cheap little tool, to gently straighten any fins that got bent. Finally, put the top grill back on, and this job is done. A clean condenser runs more efficiently and will last a whole lot longer. By the way, if learning about HVAC from animated sea creatures is already making more sense than any other guide you've seen, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that weird experiments like this are worth sharing. Okay, on to our final and most satisfying task, cleaning the condensate drain line. As your AC pulls moisture out of the air, that water has to go somewhere. It exits through a PVC pipe called a condensate drain line. Over time, this line can get clogged with sludge and gunk, causing water to back up, which can lead to nasty water damage and mold. This is a job for our master of pipes, Octo. Host. Now, Octo's powerful acidic potion sounds pretty intense, but he's really just talking about plain old distilled white vinegar. First, you need to find your drain line's access point. It's usually a T-shaped PVC, fitting with a cap on it, located near your indoor furnace. Unscrew that cap. You might even see the clog right there. If so, you can try to pull some of it out. Then, grab a funnel and pour about 1 cup of distilled white vinegar down the pipe. Let it sit for at least 30 minutes. The vinegar will work on breaking down all that nasty biological gunk that is built up inside. After 30 minutes, flush the line by pouring a few cups of hot water in after the vinegar. Now for the satisfying part. Go outside to where the drain line exits your house, and you should see all that gross, dirty water pouring out. If it's still clogged, you can use a wet, dry shop vac on the outside end of the pipe to literally suck the clog out. Just make a good seal with the vacuum hose and let it run for a few minutes. This simple flush, done once or twice a year, prevents one of the most common causes of AC failure and expensive water damage. A fun. Hit that subscribe button for more weirdly helpful home tips. And let me know in the comments what other boring home task you'd like to see get the talking animal treatment. Thanks for watching.